goodness, Holland! Goal! It's Mo Salah! It's Mo Salah! Absolutely sensational!
And we're live. Welcome back for another deadline stream. How's everyone doing today? We are back for Gameweek 13. Triple captain active, not a free hit. I mean, is anyone not free hitting this week? I feel like I'm one of the very few not on the free hit. I look at my team and I don't think it makes sense. So I'm on the triple captain. We'll see what happens. I didn't plan to use any chips, but obviously you know the story. Man City, first team, got a rest in the Champions League. This Leeds home. So I just thought this is an opportunity. I probably should just use it rather than wait for West Ham in Gameweek 17, which was my original plan. So triple captain's active. I've still got a free transfer that I'll be making during the stream. I have come down with a bug. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I've got a packet of Suvas here. I've smashed through one packet already, but the show must go on. I'm just hoping this is the worst of the bug because I feel horrendous, but as long as this is the worst it's going to be, then I'll be alright. Because obviously we're also heading into the funnest part of the season where we've got 3 game weeks in 7 days from today. So that's exciting because it's non-stop FPL. It's Saturday, Sunday for this game week, Monday off, and then it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, game week 14, Friday off, and then Saturday, Sunday, game week 15, so it's non-stop. So welcome to the stream. We've got Thomas here, Sawley, S, Attacker, RJO, Marmu, JK, Helldiver. We've got Luca here. We've got Ash, class of 23. Lots of members. Liam's here. Big J's here. Edger's here. Mikey, Ash, good to see you, Ash. Danny's here as well. Welcome all to the stream. So yeah, who's got a chip active and what is it? Is anyone not on a free hit? Edger says he's on a free hit and he says, which set of 3 do you prefer? Martinez, Foden and Bruno, or Donnarumma, Marlon and Saka? Love the content, Oscar, thanks. I prefer the first one, yeah. I think the first one's fairly better. I think Bruno and Saka are pretty close this week. Like, Palace played on Thursday in the Europa Conference League. Foden's obviously better than Saka. Well, Foden's better than Marlon, sorry, I was going to say. Martinez versus Donnarumma, yeah, I think Donnarumma's better, but I like the first combination more. Yeah, I'd say this week, what I'm most scared of is City players outside of Haaland. So, like, some people have got Foden, O'Reilly, which I think are all like amazing this week. And then there's Sharda from Brentford, home to Burnley. Maybe Salah. I don't know. Are Liverpool going to turn it around, or are Liverpool finished? They're not going to be bad forever, let's be honest. They've got such an unbelievably good team. They're just not playing well. So, you know, they haven't suddenly all just forgotten how to play football since last season. So, people with Gakpo, Salah, that's a bit worrying. But in theory, like, if Haaland shows up, then I've got a good chance of going toe-to-toe with the free hitters. And then I think I'll free hit for Gameweek 14. So, like, after the deadline today, I'll probably activate it. Maybe not after the deadline. I might just wait till Monday. Don't think I need to rush. But yeah, I think I'm on a really different chip strategy. I'm looking triple captain this week, free hit 14. Ryan says start Tarkowski / Senesi and also Ndiaye versus Enzo. I would go Senesi and Ndiaye. Pretty close. I mean, Ndiaye and Enzo both on pens. Ndiaye's got the better fixture. There's a rumour that we could see Ramsdale in goal for Newcastle as well, so we might see Pope miss out, which would be a bit of a shock. Excuse me. As I say, oh sorry, is the music a bit loud? I've got a bit of a bug, so sorry about that, bear with me. But the show must go on. Yeah, I'd say Senesi and Ndiaye out of those. I've got a question from Paulo as well. He says, my defence is bad and I've got no Thiago. Should I free hit or triple captain? So if you've got a bad defence and you've got no Thiago this week, then I'd say that's just about enough to justify the free hit. And then you triple captain in 17 instead on Haaland. Or maybe 15 when they got Sunderland home. Why not Uatara over Sharda? I think they're both good. Dango's fine as well, but Sharda's got the better numbers this season, basically. He's better for expected goal involvement. I mean, last season he had that game where he hit 23 points home to Leicester. So that's what he's capable of. I mean, Dango's great as well, though. You could make the case for Dango and Sharda this week on a free hit. I mean, those of you that are on a free hit, what's your midfield? There's a lot of options. Like, you could go Salah, you could go Foden, you could have Doku, you could have Bruno, Salah, Gakpo. Did I say Sharda already? Dango, Rodgers. There's a lot of good options on the free hit. I'm just hoping the likes of Bruno and Saka show up, that people are free hitting out. Mate, hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I think it's not as bad as previous years. I always seem to get a bug this time of year. Like, all year round, I'm fine. And then it gets to, like, end of November, December, and I always get a bug. And it only takes me about a week to shake it. Just unfortunate timing because we've got so many games on. So, like, on Monday, it'll probably be a double upload day just to stay ahead of the schedule. Because I normally do players to buy, team selection, the experts, and Tom Dollymol's video. Sometimes the final thoughts as well. But that's difficult to fit in when the next deadline is literally on Tuesday. So lots going on, but that's fine. All good. Good afternoon, Oscar. Wishing you a good game week. Love you. Thanks, Senya Lump. Whiskey's good for man flu. Is that true? I feel like I've heard that before, but I don't know if that's scientifically correct. Hot whiskey. Oh, maybe it is a thing. Like, Miss Focal made me, what's it called? Barocca. Which has got, like, vitamins and minerals in. So, I'll have a bit of that throughout the stream. Whiskey, honey, and some ginger. Alright. Well, I'll have to go and see if I've got any whiskey. I think we do. I think we've got some. Right, let's keep the questions going. So, HRH, thanks for the 11 months. He says, take your vitamins, Oscar, feel better. I'll have a sip on this. Let's try it. Let's see what this is like. It's not too bad, actually. It tastes kind of like orange squash, or like, it's kind of like Fanta that's gone flat, but an awful version. You know, like, you can get 99p equivalents. Oh no, sorry, not even that. Like, you know, like 50p of 2 litre bottle equivalents of Coke and Pepsi and that. It's like that, but horrible and flat. Oh yeah, Teddy's here as well. Teddy's joining us today. Anyway, keep your question. Oh yeah, I did a poll before the stream started. So the poll was, what chip have you got active? If you haven't voted on that, get your vote in. 41% triple. Wow, that's surprising. I don't know if that's just because we're on my stream and I've got it active. I don't know if you get the same results on a free hitters stream, but 41% triple captain, 34% free hit, 4% wildcard, 21% no chip. One second, I'm just going to mute myself and blow my nose. Apologies. I'm back. No chip, you're playing the triple captain in week 17. So let's do a fresh poll then. So it'll be how many chips do you have left after this game week? So 0, 1 and 2. No one's got 3, have they? Maybe someone has. Oh, someone left a comment yesterday on a video. It said, hi Oscar, I'm just getting back to FPL now. I've not touched my team since Game Week 1. And he was like 1 millionth in the world. And he had like Solanke, he had Palmer, he had Wirtz. That's crazy, isn't it? To be 1 millionth. And he's not done anything with his team since Game Week 1. So like he's still got all the chips. He's got 5 free transfers. That said, let's go have a look at the fun teams page. That said, Jack Hall, 23rd in the world. And he's not done anything with his team yet. He's 23rd in the world. He's got Gabriel still. He's got Watkins always last on his bench. He's 23rd in the world. No chips used. No transfers made. He's not even had a past season. So I don't know. I think he's died or he's forgot his password. I don't know what the backstory is there. He was 8th at one point in the world, and now he's 23rd, and he's still not done anything with his team. So, yeah, if he's died, then RIP Jack. If he's alive, then get back on your team. You might win FPL. Stevie says, free hit draft if you've got the time, please. Yeah, let's have a crack at that. So, what's the best team this week? So, I'd go 3-5-2, so it'd be Haaland and Thiago. Midfield, I'll definitely have Sharda. I feel like you have to try and find a way to squeeze Salah in. And I think it's doable. I think I'd have Cash. Oh, yeah, I'd have O'Reilly as well. O'Reilly. Maybe Kelleher and goal. I mean, I feel like this is quite template. I might have seen this team around before. Who else? Who am I forgetting here? Oh, Foden. I feel like you need a City attacker. He got the rest midweek. I'm 2.2 million over budget though. Maybe Van den Berg. Too many players from Brentford. Hey, Thiago. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe Martinez. Rodgers, Gakpo, yeah, Rodgers is a good shout. I don't mind Bruno, you know. I feel like I'd probably leave Bruno in. But these are the sort of like fringe players that you could take out. Like you could probably take Semenyo out, go Rodgers, something like that. That's 0.7 million over, so that doesn't quite help. But you could upgrade the 4 mil defenders to even cheaper. Maybe Bruno down to someone like a Gakpo. Oh, I don't know, double Liverpool. That's got loads of money in the bank now, so that's a bit better. Something like that if I was free hitting this week. It'd be very close to that, if not exactly that. This is the thing, on the free hit, you kind of go all in on some teams. Like I've got triple Brentford there. I've got triple Villa, triple City, and double Liverpool. So it could be a swingy week for the free hitters, not going to lie. Like if there's some upsets in a couple of those games, you know, and the likes of Semenyo, Saka show up, there's every chance the chip could cost you points. It's happened before. What breed is Teddy? He's a Chihuahua. Purebred Chihuahua. Which doesn't make sense to me, because I always thought Chihuahuas are tiny, but I guess they come in different shapes and sizes, because he's huge for a Chihuahua. He's still a tiny dog, but he's massive for a Chihuahua. Anyway, let me keep going with the questions. I think I've missed a few there. Taking the tis, thanks for the 40 months. He says, morning Oscar, would you play Konate or Saliba? I'd say Konate's probably got the slightly better clean sheet odds, does he not? So I'd say Konate, but God, he was bad in the Champions League, wasn't he? Like, he was being linked to Real Madrid, and then Real Madrid have come out and said, you know what, we're alright actually. You can keep him. What does the clean sheet odds say? Liverpool 31%, Arsenal 31%. I'd probably go Saliba based on that. I didn't actually expect it to be that close. Virendra says he might even be benched. I'd actually go Saliba. And also you get the peace of mind that you're like covered on the Arsenal defence just in case they do keep the clean sheet at Stamford Bridge. Because Arsenal defence is going to be really high effective ownership. Reece James thoughts, get rid. I would get rid, yeah. This is your golden opportunity. He's such an incredible player, but his minutes are just not good enough. He'll get the odd bench in, and I think last game week he even came off at half time. And that's the problem with him. Like, they're managing him really well, but I don't like him as an FPL asset. Paulo says, Bruno and Krupi to Thiago and a die for a -4 if I triple captain Haaland. I don't like selling Bruno. I quite like Bruno. I don't think I'm going to sell him for a long time. Yeah, I don't think I'd do that for a -4. I'd consider it for free, but not for a hit. Kieran says, Chalobah to O'Reilly for the short term. Yeah, I don't mind that. O'Reilly again, I just do wonder, like, is he going to play every single game in December? What's the rotation situation? I know Aiton already goes to AFCON, but it does not mean no one else can play left back. Technically, Vardy can, Ake could. But I think O'Reilly's really good, especially for this week. So, yeah, I like that. I think Chelsea's fixtures turn a little bit, don't they, as well? Arsenal, Leeds, Bournemouth, Everton. It's not bad. Newcastle, Villa, Bournemouth, City. Yeah, it's kind of average. Question from Eden. He says, hey, Sanchez, Van Dijk, Munoz, O'Reilly, Semenyo, Gakpo, Saka, Enzo, Thiago, Haaland, Welbeck, with Gibbs, White, Senesi, Mukiele on the bench. Would you swap Enzo? Your top 10k. Damn, top 10k. Okay, so would you sell Enzo? I'm in a similar boat to you, Eden, and I'm personally not. It does depend where you can get to. You don't have Bruno, for example, who looks better. You don't have... Who else is there? I just don't think there's many options. I mean, the mids right now, do you guys feel the similarly? The mids right now I just feel a bit meh. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's any mids right now where I'm like, oh god, I need to get those in my team. I'm really missing out by not having that player. And Semenyo's data's actually been really good. If I'm not mistaken, he's literally top in the league for non-penalty XGI among midfielders. So I just don't feel rushed to sell him. It's Arsenal home. I don't think Palmer will start. He might come off the bench. So he'll be on pens for this one. I'm inclined to keep him, you know. I probably wouldn't sell Enzo. If you've still got your wild card or something, you could like go Enzo to Sharda as a really short-term play and then wild card in 14, but kind of niche scenarios. What's Haaland's EO this week? It must be over 200%. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Haaland effective ownership. I mean, is anyone not captaining Haaland? I feel like almost everyone will be. Plus the triple captains active. I reckon it'd be like 220%. 198. You reckon? Not even 200. Either way, it's going to be a 10-man game week if you don't have him triple captain. Help with FPL, thanks for the 5 months. I'm trying to get my stream deck over here. Is that going to stretch? Oh, just about. I don't want to break it. Does that still work? Oh, it does. Oh, don't want to unplug it. Okay, I think we're good. Help with FPL, thanks for the 5 months. Says, hi mate, thoughts on stack to Foden and triple captain Haaland? I mean, if you can do stack to Foden, that's... I don't know, I think that's borderline no-brainer. Stack's injured as well. Foden's home to Leeds. And Foden's got some great fixtures coming up as well. I think that move is just... You don't need me to tell you to do that. That's a great move. Do it. Yeah, triple captain. That one's really team dependent. Like, in my case, I look at my team and maybe... I mean, let you know if you disagree. I look at my team and I think I don't need to free hit that. Like, that's not a bad team for this week. And I'm going to make a transfer this week to improve it even more. I'm thinking of doing Rodon to Van den Berg, so then I'll bench Mukiele first on the bench. So, for me, I don't need to free hit, personally. So, it's like, do you triple captain? You could save the triple captain for 17. Not a bad team at all. Yeah, I think it's alright. I don't think I need to free hit. So, you could save the triple captain for 17 when City have got West Ham home. And I think West Ham home on paper is slightly better than Leeds home, but I don't think significantly enough, and anything could go wrong. Like, imagine Haaland picks up an injury just before Game Week 17, and then you actually ultimately cost yourself a load of points, because the options are then much worse than Haaland this week. So I'm just trying to not be selfish with it, and just take the opportunity in front of me. City team got a full rest, basically. They're home to the Leeds. They need a response after losing last game week, so for me it makes sense. But it is a team-dependent thing for sure, the triple captain and the free hit. Novus, thanks for the 37 months. Says Caicedo and Guehi to Anderson and Munoz. Yeah, do you know what? I really like that. I really like Anderson. I might end up with him in my team as well. What is he, 5'3"? I think he'll... There's an outside chance he's on penalties this game, even if Gibbs White is out. He's unbelievable for defcons. Like, he's averaging about 13 per 90. He's hit over 10 every game this season. I think he's a really good option, and he lets you have the upgrade Guay to Munoz, which again is a big upgrade. Caicedo to Anderson's kind of a little bit sideways potentially, but overall that's a nice pair of moves. Thomas says, I've got 4.2 million in the bank, same midfield as you, plus Anderson, Thiago and Haaland up front. I'm wondering, do I upgrade, if any? 4.2 million in the bank with the same midfield? So you could do... I mean, don't get me wrong, Anderson to Foden, something like that, is an upgrade, and a big one. Like, Anderson hits that nice price point where he's like 5.3 mil. But if you can do Anderson to Foden, I'd say that's worth looking at. You've already got Thiago, so that's great. Yeah, I'd say Enzo or Anderson to Foden is what I would do in your shoes. I don't know your defence either, but if your defence is in good shape, then yeah, I'd consider that. I'm quite scared to go without any City attackers outside of Haaland this week. I don't know, what do you guys think the score will be, City versus Leeds home? Just, to me, that strikes me as a sort of 3-0 type game. Wouldn't surprise me if it ends up 4-0. Do you not think? And to only have Haaland as part of that attack feels like, yeah, I'm a bit exposed, but if Haaland smashes it, then should be alright. Should manage to keep toe-to-toe with the free hitters. 4-0, 3-0. Why are you not starting Anderson? I'm going to buy Van den Berg. Anderson's away at Spurs. I feel like Mukiele maybe slightly better there. But even then, I'm going to buy Van den Berg and start him. C-Mac, how are you doing? He says, loving the content, mate. Any advice on the free hit team, please? He says, I'm 6k in the world somehow. Martinez, Van Dijk, Van de Ven, O'Reilly, Salah, Foden, Gakpo, Rogers, Sharda, Hard and Thiago. And you've got Van den Berg first on the bench and the rest are fodder. Is that Van de Ven? Is that who VDV is? He's the only one I would change. Outside of that, I think it's great. I mean, you just start Van den Berg over Van de Ven. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'd just start Van den Berg. Outside of that, that's a perfectly good team. I put together a free hit draft just now, and it was, I think, basically the same 11. I think I had Munoz over Van Dijk, but that was it. Nice team, C-Mac. Tuna says, free hit or triple captain, my team before the free hit. is Raya, Van Dijk, Senesi, Munoz, Saka, Semenyo, Minte, Sarr, Enzo, Mateta, Haaland. I would do Enzo to Anderson if I triple captain 1 free transfer 2.6 mil. I don't think you need to use it, and I'd actually consider Mateta to Thiago if I were you, and triple captain. Have you thought about that? I hope I'm wrong, but Mateta's minutes worry me. I mean, what do you guys think about Mateta going forward? Because last game he got 59 minutes. I think he came off early in the Europa Conference League. I just think that could be a recurring theme. Nketiah comes on at like 60 odd minutes. Obviously, Mateta can score in 60 minutes, but it's not great. You want a player that plays 90 in FPL. Especially attackers. Like if you've got a defender coming off at 65, then it's not terrible because you get the clean sheet bank potential. But I don't like these early subs from Mateta, and they've got the busiest period of any team. So I would actually consider that if I were you, and triple captain Haaland, and then just decide on the free hit later. Yeah, I hope that helps. What did C-Mac say? I need some interest in the 8 PM opposite Gandhi fixture though. I'm going to have a soother. I think my throat is giving up here. You sold Mateta last season, his minutes were trash as well. Yeah, I mean, who remembers Double Gameweek 32, Double Gameweek 33? There's a really good website, Fantasy Nutmeg, that lets you kind of look at points in past seasons. And I remember his minutes were shocking during the back-to-back doubles. So Double Gameweek 32, his minutes were 45, 55, 74, and then 10. And I'm worried we're going to see a repeat of that. So if you've got him and not Thiago, I think that's quite a nice switch. Whiskey and honey. Also, what I should say, in those back-to-back doubles last season, guess what Munoz's minutes were? So they had back-to-back double game weeks, weekend, midweek, and he played 4 90s in a row. So I love that about him. So I think he's going to be a set and forget hold for me. Obviously someone like Gw13 should as well, Lacroix probably. I'm not going to lie, I feel like someone like Richards is a little bit risky as well. Could see Canvo get a game here and there. But yeah, he got 4 90s. Nimla says, hello Oscar and chat, let's go triple captain bros, good luck all, except those on the free hit. Come on, surely, Haaland, please. I'll take a Haaland brace, I'll be over the moon with that. The triple captainship's always been hit and miss for me. Last season, pretty bad. I can't remember the year before. Once upon a time I triple captain Mane, who went off injured in the first game in a double game week, and he got 1 point. I swerved that infamous Watford double game week when a lot of people went triple captain Dennis. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, what's the goal scorer odds saying? .01 projected goals. He's literally miles ahead of anyone else. These odds assume a player starts as well. Like Marmish probably won't. Thiago's second. Mateta, Marlon, Salah, Voltamada, Shada. But yeah, Haaland's so far ahead in the projections. So let's see if it actually happens. HRH says, would you take a hit to get rid of Reinders? I've got 1 million in the bank. I'm pretty sure he's going to be benched. No triple captain. I've got Mukiele wrote. Skullcaper's just gifted 20 memberships. Holy. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Skullcape, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you. Look at all those new members. Welcome to the 20 new members, courtesy of Skullcape. Thanks very much, Skullcape. That's very generous. Thank you. Appreciate that. What was the question? 1 million in the bank. Yeah, so you know triple captain, Mukiele, Rodon and Gu on the bench. No Brentford, so maybe Dango, Minte, Tavernier. Yeah, I'd say Minte. I would go Reinders to Minte if I were you. I think Reinders actually has a decent chance of starting this one. But, yeah, let's be honest, he is a sell, even if he's going to start. Because it's not 100% either way, so I wouldn't risk it. I'd go Minte for sure. I don't like Dango Tavernier as much. Minte, longer term, is better than the other two. Yeah, go Minte. Momo says, hi Oscar, triple caps and Haaland, 2 free transfers. I don't have Haaland. Stack to Anderson to bench Mukiele, Mateta Thiago, and stack to Minte, or 3 roll for Anderson to Van den Berg. I like option 2 the most. I think it is a Mateta to Thiago opportunity. Like, if Mateta does end up getting those minutes like he did last season in the busy period with the back-to-back doubles, then that would be a really nice play against the template. Because I feel like Mateta's been rising in ownership and not doing that much, and coming off early now. And if that continues, then it could be a really golden opportunity to actually get rid of Mateta. And if I had Mateta and he was my only way to Thiago, I'd make that switch this week. Go with option 2. Nova says bench 1 out of Sar, Semenyo, Anderson, Rice, Mateta and Voltemada. Out of those, I would say Rice. Assuming that that's, yeah, Anderson, Forrest, Anderson. I would bench Rice out of those. The others are just basically likely to get you returns. Simple as that. 13 Killing says, hi Oscar, please help with this. Raya Richards, Mateta, Jean-Pierre, Haaland, Anderson, 3 free transfers. You've also got all chips still, except wildcard, is that? Yeah. Okay, so I would it's either you free hit or you spend all 3 transfers, and I'm trying to think what's better. João Pedro to Thiago would definitely be where I start. Maybe Richards up to someone. I think I'd free hit here. It's difficult to gauge it just looking at the team listed out like that, but I would free hit if I were you. I think your team is at a tipping point where you could free hit. I think I've still got the free hit draft up here. Yeah, I do. That was the free hit draft that we made. If you need some inspiration. 0.7 million in the bank, so you could tweak a couple bits if you wanted there. But I think that's a pretty strong foundation of a free hit. Yeah, I'd free hit. Triple captain, use that in Gameweek 15 or 17 on Haaland. And then the bench boost, just check when your bench looks strongest. Skullcape, thank you so much again for that. Appreciate you. Kira Moore says, Focal, mate. Start 1 out of Voltemada, Van der Ven, Caicedo and Gravenberg. Start Voltemada all day. Start the striker. I wouldn't want to start the defensive mids and back Defcons, or start Van der Ven and back the clean sheet. Go Voltemada and back the attacking returns. Mataz says, could you explain why you're free hitting next week? Your team seems to have better fixtures in Gameweek 14. I'm just trying to understand it. You're currently ranked about 90k. It's because Mukiele has got Liverpool away. Anderson's got City home. I'll be selling Rodon for Van den Berg during this stream. Oops. And Thiago and Van den Berg will have Arsenal away, and Bar won't play. So I won't lie, I'm not 100% locked into free hit 14, but there's enough bad fixtures in my team for me to consider it. The one thing I don't like is it's a midweek game, so there could be rotation. And generally on the free hit, you go really strong 11 and a pretty wonky bench. So if anyone like misses out, then it'd be a probably weak free hit. Your 15's just as bad. Don't think it is it? We can use Plan FPL. Will be able to show me my fixtures and upcoming weeks. Let me try that. Planner. Let's see if this works. Ah, no, it doesn't fit in. Maybe if I go like that? No, that's worse. Like that? That works. So, where are we? Game Week 13. So if I do Rodon to Van den Berg, and then I'd start him like that, so that's fine. Game Week 14 is where it's a bit dodgy. You can see the fixtures there, like Anderson City, Van den Berg, Arsenal, Thiago Mukiele on the bench. So maybe Game Week 14. What's 15 like? I don't think 15 is that bad. I don't see the issue with 15. It would just be that. Plus I'd have one, maybe 2 transfers. Probably 1 if I free it in 14, I suppose. But if I was to not use it and roll, I'd have 2 transfers. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's alright in 15. Right. Chris, how are we doing? He says, happy Saturday. Start Senesi at Alderete. I would go Senesi just in case Alderete doesn't start again. Because he's missed a few now, hasn't he? I don't think he's back in the team yet. Or back in the 11, so I probably wouldn't chance it. I'd go Senesi, Chris. FPL Mikkel, thanks for the 44 months. Says, 44 months. Rodon Mukiele to play a defender or role. He's saying to replace them. I think Mukiele's alright this week. If you can do Rodon to Van den Berg, that's what I'm looking at. Something like that's quite nice. And also the thing with Van den Berg is the fixtures later are a bit nice as well. So obviously it's Arsenal Tottenham, but then he could be handy game week 16 and 17. Leeds home, Wolves away. If I really need him in a pinch, I could play him home to Bournemouth. Game week 20 Everton, 21 Sunderland home. He's only 4-5, so he could be handy. But I think Mukiele's fine. The thing is, transfers are becoming decreasingly useful. Or, yeah, because we're about to get 5 free transfers in Game Week 16, so you can kind of just make transfers for the sake of it, almost. Like, I would ordinarily 100% be rolling this week. Because buying Van den Berg is a slight upgrade, but not massive. But we're going to get 5 free transfers in Game Week 16. Oh, HRH has just gifted 10 memberships as well. Mate, thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to the 10 new members, courtesy of HRH. And the 20 as well from Skullcape earlier. Welcome all. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate the support. Mikhail says, who's your preferred midfielder under 7 million permanent? Permanent, I'd say Minte. What's he, 6.1? Anderson I like, but Minte is better. But obviously Anderson's like 0.8 million cheaper, which is quite a lot. But it depends what you can do with that. I really like Minte. Yeah, Minte. I don't think there's anyone else I'm forgetting. I suppose Enzo is still a shout. It's just this week. Oh, Nimler's gifted 5 as well. Thank you very much. Very generous stream. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate your support. Thank you, Nimler, HRH, and Skullcape. Thank you all. Yeah, I'd say Minte and Enzo. I still think Enzo's great, even if Palmer's coming back. Obviously, this week sucks, but I may end up just keeping Enzo for a while. We'll see. Blue Max says, hey, I've got Mbumo Bruno. Should I get rid of one? Nah, keep them. The fixtures are good. Don't sell. I'd keep them. I've seen Bruno and Mbumo in some free hit drafts even. The black smoke is the perfect time to cough. Yeah, true. Every time that comes up, I'll mute and cough. So, scout selection. Let us know how many players you've got. This week, they've gone Raya, Munoz, Milenkovic, O'Reilly, Saka, Gibbs White, Sharda, Rogers, Cherky, Haaland, Captain, and Thiago. A little bit rogue this one, compared to the free hit template anyway, but we'll see. So for me, it's Raya, Munoz, Saka, Haaland, Thiago. 5 for me. Justin's on 3. Jan's got 6, nice. I feel like even free hitters won't have more than 5 or 6. You don't really see Raya or Milenkovic on free hits, or Gibbs White. Wait, Gibbs White, he's injured, isn't he? They must have done this before that was announced earlier in the week. He's definitely injured. Well, he missed the Europa League of injury. I don't know if he's back for this one. Start Sarr or O'Reilly. I mean, if you've got O'Reilly, you've got to start him this game. If you're not going to play O'Reilly home to Leeds, like, when are you? Why is Saka so popular? 2 open play goals in the Prem, no assists. It's just kind of lack of alternatives. Like, who is definitely better? It's not like we've got Salah who's worth it, or Palmer. Don't get me wrong, like Chelsea's fixtures from 16, maybe Palmer will be in the equation again. Everton home again, week 16. But right now, it's like, where else are you spending your money? So I don't know. I think it's just lack of alternatives. I sort of agree. He's not been like worth 10 million, but he's done all right. I bought him in Game Week 11, so he got, what was it, 12, and then 4 last week. I mean, that's not that bad actually. So he's averaged 8 points a game in the 2 weeks I've bought him. That's worth 10.1 million, but obviously before that he wasn't doing it. Joshua says, does Reinders start? So, interesting you asked that. I did see a predicted lineup from Luke, who's really good for Man City predicted lineups, and I'll show you what he's got. So he says, I think 9 out of 11 are as certain as we could be given the midweek performance. And he says, I have a feeling Pep's going to want Reinders in midfield. The game suits him, and he's probably the only player who did okay against Leverkusen. And the right wing is a lottery. It could be Silva, could be Cherki. So I guess that's something to keep in mind if you're on a free hit with Cherki. In his opinion, it could be either or. But he's got Reinders starting. That's his prediction. And I trust him more than anyone with Man City predictions. He's really good historically at Man City predictions. Better than anyone, I'd say. The other thing to say, actually, we might get a leak during the stream. Do we not have a few games? Yeah, so technically we've got 3 early kickoffs. Brentford, Burnley, Man City, Leeds, Sunderland, Bournemouth. So I think there's actually a decent chance we'll get some City team news. So make sure you stick around to that. Anything we get, I'll put it in the bottom left corner of your screen there, where it says Team Leaks. It'll probably be nearer the deadline, but yeah, anything we get, I'll put it down there. There are unconfirmed rumours that Pope won't start today, or whenever they play, today or tomorrow. Unconfirmed though. So yeah, I'll put that in the bottom corner. If you're enjoying the stream so far, do hit like on it, guys, and hit subscribe below. It's completely free, and I do daily FPL content and deadline streams every game week. And the other thing I'm doing right now, and this is the last time the entire season I'm doing this, is free premium for the Focal app. So if you want to get involved with that, take advantage, then the links in the description give you an entire free month of premium. And this is the busiest time of the season, so in a nutshell, you'll get, I think it's like 7 game weeks completely free. So you get all like the members, the premium tools. You can change your dashboard layout. Maybe if I flick over here, I'll show you some of the stuff you can do. So you can like change the theme like that, make it your own, whatever. You can customize it, so you can go like move up, move down. Works on PC and mobile. Yeah, and you get access to the members widget. So this is a new one, for example. This is gaming projections. Like, it's one thing having colours for the fixture ticker, but we've added this a few days ago. Projected clean sheets and projected goals, so you can see who's got the most projected goals for the next 5 game weeks, or whatever game week range you want, or who's top for the clean sheets. Obviously, it's Arsenal. So that's new. There's loads of good stuff on there, and as I say, it's free if you want to try it out. Link in the description. fpl.page/redeem/free if you want to try it out. You can even cancel it straight away, so you get the free month and that's it. Win-win. I probably shouldn't say you can cancel it straight away and still get it. It's not very good marketing, but the option's there as well if you want to do that. How do I download the Focal app? It's just FPL Focal in the App Store. Or you can use it in your browser, fpl.page. Both work. Gibber says, definitely worth trying out. Cheers, Oscar. Thanks very much. Yeah, 340,000 FPL managers use it, which is, when you think about it, a crazy number. Because that means it's grown well beyond my channel. Because my channel is only, what is it, 200 and something thousand. So it's like, it's gone to like a different, it's reached a different audience than just my channel. There might be people that use it that have never even heard of me, which is, to me, is really cool. 340,000 managers. Mental. I would like to see those predictions 5 weeks ago and see their accuracy. Yeah, so those projections are from 11of5, whose model is actually better, slightly, than Bookie's odds as well. So basically, it's the best projections you'll get anywhere. And it's the best fixture ticker you'll get anywhere. Where's the link to join? It should be in the description. It's fpl.page/redeem/free. Yeah, it's down in the description. It just says free premium. So that'll get you all the way till the new year, basically, which is like 7 game weeks free. And as I say, just cancel if you don't find it useful, but I reckon you will. But if you don't, no offense taken. Any news on Semenyo? Yeah, he's been back in training. What did I put on the left side there? I put Semenyo should be back and available. So yeah, I think Iriola said if all goes well in training, then he'll be available. And he was back in training reportedly earlier in the week, so I think he's fine. Matej says, which trio on the free hit? Munoz, Saka, Bruno, or Cash, Eze, Salah? I'm not sure about Eze. I know he's just got a hat-trick, but I still don't think I'd have him on a free hit, honestly. I prefer the first one. Yeah, I'd prefer the first one. Cash and Salah are nice. I mean, I had a slightly different setup on my free hit. This was the draft I put together. So we did have Cash, we did have Salah, but we didn't have Eze. But we had Rodgers. So Cash, Rodgers, Salah. Basically. I wonder if you could go, like, if you wanted Munoz, maybe go Van den Berg to Munoz and then Kelleher in goal. Yeah, that just about works, you know. I've got 0.0 million. If you're too tight for money, you could downgrade Rodon. You know, go Rodon to like heaven or something, some 3.8 mil. But that would be my free hit draft if I was using it. Liverpool play tomorrow, don't they? See, I don't know if I'll get team news from the Liverpool guy. But I'll keep an eye out in case he sends anything. Right, John says, I want to bring Foden in, Sarr and Dye or Zoboslai out. Out of those three, for me I'd say and Dye. It's pretty close. I don't think any of them are necessarily bad assets, but I would say Dye. Playing against Newcastle, I think makes the most sense to sell there. Obviously, just keep Sarr at the back of your head because he's off to AFCON, and they've got Man City Gameweek 16, so you just sell him then. So just keep that one at the back of your head as well to sell Sarr in 16. Is it 16? Yeah, 16. They play City. I'd probably get rid of him then. Joker Dan says Eze or Shada for Ndai. Drop one of Timber, Van der Ven, Senesi and Munoz. Triple captain Haaland, Vice Thiago. Eze or Shada? I really like Shada. The only caveat with him, or two caveats. One is that he's on 4 yellow cards. So if he gets one more, then he's going to miss a game for you. I guess he's going to be further back because of his ownership. There he is. He's on 4 yellows. So 1 yellow he's suspended. If he gets to this game week, then I guess it's not that bad because he misses Arsenal. But that's the other problem with him. They got Arsenal game week 14, where you ideally don't want to be playing Sharda. So, depends if you can bench him in 14, or maybe you plan to free hit in 14. But yeah, I prefer Sharda to Eze. Especially with some Arsenal attackers returning from injury. I'd probably swerve Eze, despite the hat-trick. Fantastic says, no way, remixed Focal song. It is, absolute tune. This one's like a tropical house remix. What moves have we made? No moves yet. There'll be Rodon to Van den Berg. So I dropped Van der Ven, Joker. And good luck on the triple captain. I'm with you there. 2 free transfers, 1.3 million in the bank. Team is Rice, Nessie, Van Dijk, Saliba, benches to Bravka, Rodon, Stack, Forts, triple captain, Haaland. 2 free transfers. So I would probably do Mateta to Thiago if I were you. What would the second move be? And then, can you afford Rodon to Munoz? If not, Van der Ven to Munoz. Maybe Van der Ven to Munoz. So Mateta to Thiago, Van der Ven to Munoz. Yeah, I like that a lot. If you can afford that, Amy, I'd consider that. I think you can. Mateta to Thiago is like 1.5 million, so you'll have 2.8 and 2.9 million. So yeah, you can definitely afford that. Yeah, give that a go. Milenkovic has a punt on a free hit. I mean, I don't hate it. What's the clean sheet odds like? 25%. I mean, on a free hit, I think most people are going O'Reilly because City are top. And then Brentford and Villa are joint second. So a lot of people are going Kelleher or Collins or Van den Berg. And then for Villa, you've got Martinez and Cash. So I guess there is that one final slot, isn't there? Where it could be, some people are going Van Dijk, but some people are saying that doesn't make sense in their current form, which is fair enough. Senesi from Bournemouth, not that crazy. Or for slightly worse clean sheet odds, you just go Munoz. But then, yeah, logically, for the same clean sheet odds, I'd prefer Munoz to Milenkovic. Baumehua says, start Enzo or Voltemada, Timber or Anderson. I would start Voltemada and I'd start Timber. I feel like both are likely to get you something in a nutshell. FCH Sean, thanks for the 38 months. He says, good morning, Focal. Can we see Teddy at some point? He was here at the start of the stream. You'll have to rewind to catch him. He might be back later. I don't know where he's gone. He's not in my office. Teddy? I think he's asleep. I think he'll be back at some point, hopefully, but maybe not. But if you rewind the stream, he's there. Synod says, hey Oscar, Rice, Nessie, Van Dijk, Anderson, Mbumo, Bruno, Semenyo. Would you triple captain or free hit? I would say triple captain. I mean, my team's almost identical to yours, and I'm personally triple captain him. Ted does what he wants. It's literally true. Like, sometimes you'll go for a shit and just leave it on my office floor. So that's nice for me to come. I've actually now started shutting my office door at night, because you'll just leave one on the floor and then he'll look at me like, yeah, pick that up then. He does what he wants. Yeah, I would, it's really close this week, triple captain versus free hit, but I think your team's perfectly good. So I would just triple captain. And die or Van der Ven, and die. Right, predictions, guys. It was Eze last week. King of the Gameweek with 20 points. Who do we think it's going to be this week? King of the Gameweek. Who are we saying? I feel like the likeliest game is going to be City versus Leeds. So I'll say Doku. Left field shout. I'll say Doku. I won't go Haaland. I'm not going boring. I'm not going Haaland. You've got to be more creative than Haaland. I mean, you're probably right, William, but we've got to go more creative than Haaland. So I'll go Doku. Thiago. Oh, honestly, if it's Thiago, I'll be over the moon. Saka, Gueye, Thiago, Cherky, Minte hat-trick. Marlon. Watkins. Maybe. Not a bad shout. Has anyone got Watkins on a free hit? I guess probably not. It's looking like Rodgers, isn't it? For the free hitters. Who actually went up last night? Oh, Doku did go up. Did anyone get 2 out of 3? Or even all 3 rises? Doku went up, Rice went up, Thiago went up. Caicedo went down. Anthony Gordon went down. Oh, O'Reilly went up yesterday, 5.1 million. Minte 6.2. Foden, yeah, good shout. Doku or O'Reilly. If I was picking either, I suppose Doku's got the highest upside, but on a free hit, I'd rather go O'Reilly, Foden, Haaland. I prefer Foden to Doku, but it could go either way, that one. Doku over O'Reilly. Yeah, but then I'd rather Foden over Doku, so O'Reilly, Foden and Haaland would be my triple up on a free hit. Q Sada says, hey, how's it going? Should I spend 4 points transferring João Pedro for Thiago? I got 51 points last weekend. I think that's probably justifiable for a hit. I just don't like João Pedro, and I really regret buying him earlier in the season because at the time he was just massively overperforming his data, but his ownership was so frightening that I'm not going to lie, I sort of bought him because he was like, wasn't he like 65%? And at that point I was like 5 million and I was like, I cannot afford for João Pedro to keep smashing it. So I'm not going to lie, I bottled it a bit and I went João Pedro, and I shouldn't have done that. In the end it's been alright since, but I could have been even better ranked, I suppose. And then I sold João Pedro after the 5 blanks and he scored, and he's got Arsenal, so I think that's alright, you know, for a -4. I think Thiago is potentially the second best forward in the game right now. That sounds like a bold take, but I don't think that's even a hot take. Would you agree with that? Like, if you could pick 2 strikers right now, surely you'd go Haaland and Thiago. Mateta feels a bit worrying now for minutes. Like, I don't know about Mateta now. I'll keep him for now, but I do worry that he comes off 60-ish minutes, whereas Thiago's going to get 90s. So Matt Target transferred Popal. Oh, wow. So maybe there is something in that. Haaland and Thiago are the most consistent by far. Obviously, like, Thiago's had 5 penalties and he's buried 4 of them, so there is that as well. Like, he's had a lot of pens, but he still scored, was it 5 goals outside of pens? Not gonna lie, in the bin. Do I say that a lot? People like pick up on stuff from videos as well that I say a lot without realising. Like, there was one video where I said "in a nutshell" 3 times, and someone commented it "in a nutshell, in a nutshell." Anyway, so what was the question? Yeah, I would do that. FPL Mikkel says, and Diane Rodon to Munoz and Sharda, free hitting in 14. Yeah, I like that. Again, there is that risk of a suspension with Sharda at some point. In a perfect world, for you, he scores this week and gets booked. Right? And then you just free hit him out, and then he's back and he's reset up to 10 yellows. Salah's going to outscore everybody this game week, says Ben Sony. That'd be a big upset as a non-owner, because he's in a lot of free hits. Akshat says, Hi Oscar, I love the app. Bruno versus Rodgers on a free hit. I think that's really close. Rodgers has got the better fixture, but Bruno's more talismanic. And as the cliche goes, he's got so many routes to points. Like, he's got the corners, he's got the penalties, He's got the DEFCON. I think I would go Bruno in the context of Palace had to play on Thursday as well. And they lost to, was it Strasbourg they played in the Europa Conference League, and they lost that. I would say Bruno, but that's probably an unpopular answer because I'm seeing Rodgers in lots of free hits. Elio Fernandez says start 2, bench 2. Where's my Subas? Senesi, Timber, Xhaka and Sessegnon. I would say Fulham have got top. Oh, that's tricky, you know. They're all pretty close. Probably Senesi and Timber, just about, you know. But that's so close. I think they're all pretty even. Like Xhaka's fixture against Bournemouth isn't bad, so it just depends. Oh, really close, that one. I would say Senesi and Timber if I had to pick 2. It feels like a coin toss, that. Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, you've got a Sunderland crest, so I'm guessing you support them. So when it's that close, you could just back your team and start Xhaka. Bench Senesi. Nahin says start Gibbs, White or Mateta for the free hit. I feel like Mateta's due a goal when he do well against United, but Gibbs White's been in great form as well. I think Gibbs White missed the Europa League with an injury, did he not? So I don't know if he's available. I don't think I'd have either Gibbs White or Mateta on a free hit. This was the free hit draft I made, and I went front 2. I went Thiago Haaland, and I didn't have Gibbs White in midfield. I went Salah, Rodgers, Sharda, Gakpo, Foden. So I actually don't think I'd have either of those, personally. With Mateta, it's like he might come off early. That's the risk with him. So last game week, 59 minutes, and I think in the Europa Conference League he came off early as well. So I just probably go about him, go 3-5-2 on a free hit. Oscar, tell us the City lineup, please. I think it's going to be basically the same lineup as last game week. Maybe Reinders in, and that's it. Pep basically played the B team in the Champions League, so everyone will come back in. So O'Reilly, Foden, I think would be in a free hit for me based on that. Mike says, and die to Sharda, Foden or Doku, 1 free transfer. I would go Foden out of those 3. Doku's the dodgiest for minutes, basically, so I'm not that keen on him as a long-term hold. I think on a free hit, yeah, fine, but I probably wouldn't buy Doku outside of that. I mean, it's been the same story all season, and it's going to probably continue, where he'll do well here and there, but then he's going to get benched. He'll get the odd one-pointer. It might be the odd game that Pep doesn't even use him, especially in this winter period, like where the schedule's so busy. And Sharda's got Arsenal game week 14, so I feel like Foden just makes sense. Qsada says everyone's sleeping on Yankuba Minte. He's got loads of points so far. I agree. I don't know what his ownership is. What is his ownership? He's been in a few of my players to buy videos in recent weeks, and he's still really under the radar. He's great for like 6.1 million. More touches in the opposition's box than any player in the league. I think it's a great option. I might end up going Enzo to Minte later, and then it'll be like Van Dijk to Timber. Possibly I'll do that when Arsenal have got Wolves in game week 16. So yeah, I like Minte a lot. I might buy him myself soon. Oh yeah, what was the poll? How many chips do you have left after this game week? 0, 22%, 45% 1, 25% 2, 8% 3. Which chip do you have active? So we go free hit, triple captain, wild card, and none. No room for bench boost. Sorry to the bench boosters. Speaking of, Vanik said, thanks for 26 months, Vanik. Says, hey Focal, still got the wildcard, bench boost and free hit. What's the best plan? The thing is, in Gameweek 16, all of us are going to get 5 free transfers, which is almost a wildcard in itself. So I don't know what your team is, so it's hard to answer. But I'd be very tempted to wildcard now or next week if your team could improve enough from it, and a bench boost straight away afterwards. So you prepare for the bench boost on the wildcard. So maybe wildcard Gameweek 14, because this week the problem is you'd want a few Brentford assets that aren't good for the bench boost in 14. So maybe wildcard 14, bench boost 15. I think free hit would go in 16 or 17. That's what I'd roughly look at. But have a look at your team and what makes sense. Any lineup news from the Liverpool bloke? If Slot goes with the same 11, he's off his head. He didn't when I looked just now. I'll keep an eye. Problem is they play. Do they not play tomorrow? The other day he did actually send me the team like unbelievably early. So he messaged me on Tuesday saying, yeah, it's Jones at right back, and the only change is Ekitike for Isak. And that was before the Champions League, so that was 24 hours before the game. So maybe I'll keep an eye. But yeah, that was Champions League. He sent that. But I guess some of you will want to know, like Gakpo and Salah. I mean, I think they'll all start. But yeah, he's got to change something. Adam King says, free hit or triple captain this week. What other weeks are good to free hit him? Game week, it's really team dependent. I hate to keep saying that because it is a bit of a cliche, but it really is team dependent. Like, if the fixtures fall badly for you in 14, like mine do, then I think 14 is good. But outside of this week, 16 and 17 I think look the best. When's the next double game week? There won't be any in the first half of the season, so the next doubles won't be till much later in the season. Unless we get like a weather postponement or something like that. But otherwise it'll be way later in the season. But basically none in this first half of the season. So we won't have any doubles or blanks to use our chips on in this first half of the season. Hey Oscar, what are your transfer plans? I'm looking to go Rodon to Van den Berg. I've got exact money, 1 free transfer, and then I'll bench Mukiele. Why don't you free hit him? I think my team's alright. I don't know, it doesn't shout free hit to me. Don't you think? There's definitely potential for me to free hit, and then the free hit does way better than this team. Like, if Brentford batter Burnley and Sharda does well, I'd have him. I don't know, if Liverpool batter West Ham, I'd probably have like Salah and Gakpo, and I don't have either of those, so there is that. But I just don't think this team's bad. Famous last words, but I just don't think this team is shouting free hit. Like, I've already got Thiago. I'm going to buy Van den Berg, so I've even got the Burnley defence. So for me, triple captain. I've only got 1 free transfer as well. And if we didn't have the 5 free transfers coming in Game Week 16, then I would definitely be rolling. But transfers are just losing their value every week right now as we get nearer to 16. So I think you can sort of push it and make moves that you might not normally make. Like, I think in some setups you could buy Sharda, for example, and even sell him straight away. I did look at that. I can do Enzo to Sharda, and then I'd literally go Sharda to Enzo, in Game Week 14, or free hit in 14, and then sell Schade after that. But I think Van den Berg makes slightly more sense for depth in my team, because I'll start him in Game Week 16, 17, maybe in like 20, 21. Who was last Game Week's twat then? The worst active team. 17 points he got. Oh my god. He's still 6.2k. And he got 17. Oh, he's got the Burnley crest, so he's a Burnley fan. He had Anthony and Hartman. Everyone blanked, no? Yeah, everyone blanked. He had Gabriel on the bench. That's brutal. 17 points. Who got the most bench points? Oh my god. Oh, he wildcarded as well. He wildcarded and he benched 35 points. I mean, actually, that's a good wildcard. 68, smashed it. But that bench is unbelievable. Some people didn't even get 35 last week, and he benched that. But he had like Rodgers, Welbeck, Henderson, Munoz. Saka captain. Quick maths. Darley says, hey Oscar, I just joined in, and you probably already said this, but what do I do with Pope? I've got one free transfer and already used it. Is it worth -4? If he's dropped, he'll be a problem later game weeks. Have you got a backup keeper like Dubravka? Because if so, I probably wouldn't take the hit. I'd probably just leave it and then maybe sort it next week. It's difficult because we don't actually have reliable news on it. It was from that NUFC Will guy who's been so wrong many times before, but what's his name? JD also, another guy on FPL Twitter, said the same thing. So I think there is potential for Pope to be dropped this game week. I wouldn't be 100% confident in it, but it does feel like it's probably not come out of nowhere, so it could be something in that. And Dubravka's got Brentford away, so if you've got him as your backup keeper, Dali, I'd probably just play him. And if your backup keeper doesn't play at all, then yeah, I'd probably just sell for the -4 and hope that it is true. Ekatike on free hit thoughts. I think he went off injured in the Champions League, so definitely not. Anyone on Isak on a free hit for that reason? Hey Oscar, would you start Senesi or Timber? Love your content. Oh, it's close that. I'd say, I think Timber, honestly. Really close. Because Senesi's not got the goal threat, he's got the better fixture, but Timber, Arsenal defence is just ridiculous. And he's one of the best defenders. I think he's second best after Munoz for expected goal and vomit, so I like Timber. I could see myself buying him in a few weeks potentially. What was I going to say? There was something I was about to check, but it's just gone now from my head. It'll come back to me. We've got 2,200 watching, so thank you all for being there. Make sure you hit subscribe below the stream if you're enjoying the stream. It is completely free. Gabriel and Reinders to who? I think Munoz is probably one of the standouts. And then Reinders, it depends what you can afford. Mente for 6-1 looks nice. Anderson for 5-3 is nice for cheaper. So which chip have you got active? 34% are free hitting, so about 1 in 3 on a free hit that are watching this. 43% triple captain, 3% wildcard, 20% none. just chucked a grenade in there with that latest poll. Get your votes in. Kusada says Petrovic to Ryan now or next week? Next week, yeah. Don't think you need to rush that this week. I think they're about the same on the clean sheet odds. Oh, Arsenal are actually slightly ahead as well, to go back to that Timber Senesi question. Arsenal 31%, Bournemouth 29%. City top on clean sheet odds and projected goals. So yeah, the poll I just stuck up was, would you rather win FPL or the team you support wins the league? It's pretty close right now. Sohan says, hi Oscar, no free hit, but I've got 2 free transfers left. Would you play Voltamada this week or swap Enzo for a 6.6 to have enough in the bank for next week's transfers? What's next week's transfers? Enzo to Minte is quite nice. Luke says, surely as FPL managers, this poll's a no-brainer. Mikey says, we're going to win the league anyway, so win FPL. Yeah, Enzo to Minte, if it sets you up for next week, it's also an upgrade this week, Soham. I like that. If you're definitely set on selling Enzo, then yeah, you could bring it forward to this week and do Enzo to Minte. Don't know if there's any other 6.6 or unders that I want. So I like that, Soham. Damn, that's some fast type. I do type really fast. What was that typing test we did once? Learn your words per minute. What was it? I've got to find that game we played once. Typing test. Is it that one? You get 60 seconds. Alright, ready? Choking. However, it was found. Oh, I've bottled it already. Potato chips. Have you ever... I'm locked in. What am I even typing it? It turns out the works not only for small cats but big cats as well. Cat. What was that? Show your test results. 105 words per minute. that keyboard sounds mint holy. It is a good keyboard. 93% accuracy. That's from playing loads of RuneScape back in the day. Before the Grand Exchange was a thing, you used to have to spam on your keyboard. I'm selling 2,000 raw lobsters. Who wants? Right, let's get back on track. What was the question? Did Sohans? Did I? Automata, yeah, I did that. Random guy said, current free hit team is Martinez, Munoz, Cash O'Reilly, Van der Ven, Anderson, Doku, Rogers, Fernandez, Thiago, Haaland. Benches Dubravka, Semenyo, Mukiele, Mateta. Okay, yeah. Van der Ven. I can't get behind Van der Ven. I've seen him on a few free hit drafts. What's that about? I'm not keen on Van der Ven, personally. I'd rather start Semenyo over Van der Ven all day. I'd lose Fernandez as well, if that's Enzo. This was the free hit draft I made. Have you played old school RuneScape? No, I played the original one, going back ages. And I maxed. I literally got 99 in every skill. And then quit. I was like, I'm done with this. I've completed it. Technically, I hadn't completed it. There's even more to do when you get 99 in every skill. But I was like, I'm done with this game now. So that was it. But I got the max cape. Yeah, that was the free hit draft I made. So a lot of similar players. But I'd lose Van der Ven. I'd lose Enzo. I think Doku's alright as an alternative to Foden. I'd have Sharda in there. He's got Burnley home. But yeah, the bulk of it is good. You could probably lighten your bench and invest on your 11. Mr. Oscar King says, I'm looking at the free hit this week. Triple captain for 17, Haaland versus West Ham. Yeah, I think that's... If I wasn't triple captain this week, then I would be free hitting this week and triple captain in 17. I think that strategy looks really good as well. That's what Tom's doing. For those of you that watch the Tom Dollymore videos on this channel, he's the #1 all-time FPL manager, and he's free hitting this week, and he plans to triple captain Haaland in Gameweek 17. His team did have a couple of issues this week. Like, he just bought Cunha last week, which was really unlucky because obviously Cunha ended up picking up that head injury, and then he's still out. Amarim said he should be back midweek, so that would actually fit perfectly for the Cunha buyers from last game week. Yeah, good strategy. Joey says, should I get in Doku for the next few weeks or nah? I personally just can't get behind the Doku pick. And I know he's got Leeds home, and it's like such an explosive fixture. And there is a chance that... It's such a tricky one, because obviously we've got the 5 free transfers in Gameweek 16, so there is that full back to bail you out of it. Normally I just avoid these sorts of players because he's going to just quickly become an issue, and then you're going to have to spend a transfer to get him back out. So that's 2 transfers on 1 player. What's his minutes like? I mean, he started 3 in a row, but then it's like 29, 58, 14. So it's that. He's got 1 goal in 6 games. So it's just not enough for me. Like, we've been here before, but with players like Mahrez that were in crazy form, even though they were getting benched. And people were like, you know what? Fair play. I'll take the chance that he starts, might be benched, because he's delivering so consistently. But Doku's not Mahrez. He's not prime Mahrez. I don't hate it in the context of the 5 free transfers coming, but it's not a move I would make. Faith in Mr. Florian Wirtz. Eze or Welbeck? Welbeck. Enzo or Ndai? Turn the drums off. Is it too loud? I've just turned it down a little bit. Is that not better now? You don't have Thiago, is that bad? I mean, no one's essential. Probably just Haaland, actually, but outside of Haaland. No, I mean, it's not necessarily bad. Depends on the rest of your team. Sell Mateta or Welbeck to accommodate Thiago. Yeah, if I had Mateta and not Thiago, I would probably do Mateta to Thiago this week. I think that's the move I would be making if that was my setup. Like, if I had Haaland, Mateta, Gw, or Haaland, Mateta, Welbeck, I would be looking at Mateta to Thiago. Sohan says, any 3-week game weeks, 3-week 6.6 midfielder punts. You've got Minte already. Oh, you've already got him for 3 weeks. I mean, who is there? For 3 weeks, I guess there is Doku. It's not a transfer I'd ever make, but there is Doku in the context of the fixtures, the next 3. Who else is there? There's like Anderson, but it's not the most exciting. If you can bench him in game week 14, Dango, but I think probably Anderson or Doku. Not the most inspiring picks. Anyone else? I mean, isn't Tavernier quietly doing quite well? Again, it's just not the most inspiring transfer. But he's, what's he on? 3 goals, 1 assist. He's playing 90 every game. Sunderland, Everton, Chelsea. Yeah, it's not the best. Maybe Anderson. He'd probably be the best, you know. He's the most boring, but sometimes boring is best in FPL. This is something that took me years to like kind of grasp in FPL. Often just playing boring is the best play. Like, it can be really exciting when you go for these random ideas like Doku captain, but often just being boring wins. But yeah, it depends what kind of FPL manager you are. Like, I used to play more like that, and now I kind of play a bit more. Just play obvious, play boring, but it does work. Like, it does work. City have got 2 losses on the bounce. Why are you confident in the Haaland triple captain? Well, last game it was against Newcastle. Last week it was Newcastle away. This week it's Leeds home. So those 2 fixtures are night and day, first of all. And secondly, the midweek loss was against, was it Leverkusen in the Champions League? And they played their B team. So that's the other context. And the other context is that, therefore, basically City's first team all got a rest and they play Leeds home. So, I'm not too worried about that. Like, if I had the triple captain on Salah or something, then I think that would be a good question to what. Well, it's not a bad question, that's the wrong way of saying that, but like, I think it'd be I don't know what I'm trying to say here. If I was trying to triple captain Salah in Liverpool's form, they've lost 9 of the last 12, then I think it's like, yeah, fair enough. But I think in the context of the fixture of City, I think he's a great option this week. Are we expecting any City leaks? Yeah, I think there's a good chance we will. We've got about half an hour till the deadline. There's a good chance we will get something. I'll just check now, in case. Nothing at the moment. How's everyone doing rank-wise? Let us know in the chat what's your rank and what's your target for Gameweek 38 to finish on. Right, let me catch up on questions. I think I'm behind. Jam Jar says, loving the vids, Oscar, mate. Bench Van Dijk or Senesi? I think I'd rather start Van Dijk, which is probably a bit crazy to say, but I don't know. I think I'd rather Van Dijk. I think they're about the same on the clean sheet odds, but I just feel like we're going to have to see a response from Liverpool, or Slot's gone. Simple as that. They can't keep backing him if he loses 10 and 13. And it's West Ham as well. He's got a better fixture. I'd start Van Dijk and bench Senesi out of those 2. Joel, thanks very much for becoming a member. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you, mate. You're 1.4 mil aiming for top 500k. You can do better than that, Dino. You can definitely finish higher than that from where you are now. 1.05 million. Love a top 100k. That's definitely achievable. You're 130k. The target is top 100k. Roy, you could do better than that as well. Very conservative targets here. Oh, thanks, Joel. FPL Focal the GOAT. Appreciate you. Ken says, not good, 2.5 million. Huston says he's 65k and wants to get top 50k. I mean, you're potentially one good game week from being in there next week. So you're well ahead of schedule. 300k, the target is top 10k. Yep, very doable. Definitely doable. 100k, 50k target. You want to break into the 6 millions. Lockram says, very bad, 3.1 million. I don't know what my target is anymore. Jasper's having a good season. 79k, wants to finish top 25k. Do we know if Ekatike and Semenyo are fit? I'm not sure on Ekatike. It didn't sound great that he had to come off injured, but I think Semenyo's trained. So Iriola said if all goes well in training, he's fine to play. Go for top 100k. 179k, the goal is 17.9k. Are you rolling? I'm not. I'm going to do Road onto Vandenberg. I've got exact money, so I'll do that near the deadline soon. So, yeah, it'll be Raya, Munoz, Vandenberg, Van Dijk, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, Bruno, Thiago, Mateta and Haaland. Let's have a look at the most transfer players. Thiago, 913,000 have bought him. Eze, 640,000 have bought Eze. Rogers, 555k. Munoz, Timber, O'Reilly. Minte, Doku, Welbeck. Most sold. Gabriel, almost a million. That'll be a million by the deadline, I'm sure. Semenyo, 808,000. Mate, who's still got Semenyo in the chat? Make yourself known. Imagine he shows up and gets something against Sunderland. That's music to my ears, I'm not going to lie. I don't care about him falling in price. That is music to my ears to see that. Because if he can get something against Sunderland, and there's 808,000 managers that have potentially gained some points on, Lowe's still got him. Starting him. Oh, God, please start Semenyo. That's crazy, 800,000. I guess a good chunk of that will be free hitters, won't it? I don't know what the percentage will be. We'll find out after the deadline exactly how many free hits were activated. João Pedro, Caicedo, Ekatike, Reinders, Mateta, Voltemada, Gakpo and Salah. Interesting. AO says, Enzo to Foden with one free transfer or roll. Yeah, I like that. Obviously, it depends on the rest of your team. Like, if I could afford Enzo, would I do Enzo to Foden if I could afford it? I probably would, actually. But it does depend on the rest of your team. Like, it's hard to say about knowing your defence or your forwards. Like, if you don't have Thiago, that could be more worthwhile, for example. But yeah, Enzo to Foden I really like. I think that's a good move this week. Yeah, go for it. I mean, City's fixtures are ridiculous. Look on the Gameweek projected goals. Yeah, they're actually joint top with Liverpool, which is maybe a bit generous on Liverpool. Liverpool's fixtures are great, to be fair. 2.6 this week. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool right up there. What's that? The next 8 game weeks, City top, Liverpool just behind, Arsenal. If anyone missed it, this is a new tool on the app and FPL page. Projected goals and projected clean sheets by fixture. Game changer. Best fixture ticker you'll see anywhere. But you can even look at both. Or you can even look at fixtures as well, add it all in. So that's a new feature. Much more granular than just looking at the colours. Semenyo, you're buying Semenyo. So 52% would rather win the league, 48% would rather win FPL. Koa says, I'm not on a free hit, and the team is Donnarumma, Cucurella, Mukiele, Gueye, O'Reilly, Enzo, Rogers, Minte, Haaland, Thiago, Welbeck, Dubravka, Saka, Timber, Dewsbury Hall. Not sure who to start and bench. I would start Timber over Cucurella, personally. I'd definitely be starting Saka. Who do we bench here? Start Saka over Enzo. Yeah, start Saka and Timber. I'd bench... Yeah, bench Cucurella and Enzo. That's what I would do there. Yeah, pretty good team to be fair as well. You've got like a lot of the free hit players covered. But that's all I would do if I were you. And Black says, any updates on Tom, the GOAT's FPL team? He's free hit. I don't know I don't know what his final team he landed on was. I think the only player he was unsure on was Senesi. Let's quickly pull up his free hit team, because to be fair, it'd be good to compare to literally the GOAT of FPL's free hit. So let's see what he's doing. It doesn't quite fit in. That's not ideal. So he's gone Martinez. Maybe I can make this wider somehow. Is that better? Yeah. He's gone Martinez, Cash, O'Reilly, Senesi, Collins, Foden, Salah, Bruno, Sharda, Thiago, and Haaland. And he was saying the one thing he's not sure on is whether to go, I think it was Anderson over Senesi. That was pretty much it. But you can see his rank history there. It's absolutely insane. Last season 8.3k, and then 1.2k, 3.3k, 291st, 11k, 304 and 39k. So over the last 6 seasons, his average rank is top 5k. So that was his free hit draft there. I don't know if he's locked in with that though. The one thing he was not sure on is Senesi. I think other than that, he's pretty settled. Any last minute news? I'll have a quick look for any leaks. I think it'll be right near the deadline if we get anything on City. Tends to be. Yeah, nothing at the moment. Do you look up to him, Oscar? You know what? So he's been like #1 for a while, and I did think, wouldn't it be a really interesting series to have someone who's literally the #1 all-time manager making videos? Because there's so much to be learnt from that. So, because obviously I could just make my own videos every Friday, and I would get way more out of it than paying him to share his insight with us. But if it wasn't already obvious, I love FPL, and it's like such a fun game to me. So I'd rather something interesting like that than making my own videos for more money. And the reception's been great. Like, it's been a brilliant new series, and his insight is great. And I'm learning loads just editing the videos myself. So yeah, I think he's brilliant. Like, he's top class, excellent manager. He really looks at the game in an interesting way as well. Never panics, never gets tilted. 100% agree, it was a great transfer in for Focal YouTube. Where do you check for last second leagues? I've got like a list on Twitter where I just sort of add them all together in a list. Yeah, I'll check for City leaks near the time. Near the deadline. Yeah, people like Galactico says, follow a model. People think that he just will copy whatever the top line suggestion is, and he absolutely doesn't do that. Otherwise, if you think about it, everyone that uses models would have the same team, and they don't. There's plenty of variety, and he's done stuff with his team that no one else has been doing. Well, I say no one. Like, obviously, people have gone triple Arsenal defence, but yeah, it's much more nuanced than that. Like, I use models to guide my decisions every week, but I very, very rarely do what it suggests. And they're useful for kind of just giving you a list of 10, 20 suggestions. Like, these are potential things you could do, and it's quite good for bouncing your ideas off. So I might say, I want to do this, this, and this. How does that compare to this and this? And I think also what people don't realise is looking at stuff like clean sheet odds and goal scorer odds is using the model. It's just like a more loose version of it. So like, if I look at the clean sheet odds this week and I say, I'm on a free hit, City, Brentford and Villa are the top, so I'm going to go O'Reilly, I'm going to have Van den Berg, and I'm going to have Cash. Like, you're using the model, it's just a less obvious way than how websites like FPL Review or Solio will do it. Start Sanchez or Dubravka, Senesi or Gw13. These feel like two 50-50s actually. Chelsea versus Arsenal is tough to read. What do you guys make of that one? Who's winning that, or is that going to be a draw? I hope I'm wrong, but it feels like it could be a draw. I think we could see Palmer off the bench as well. Senesi or Guehi? I'd say Senesi over Guehi. And I'd say Sanchez over Dubravka. 0-0 draw. I'd say Sanchez and Senesi, DGP. Are you concerned about Mateta's minutes? I am, yeah. It is a bit of a worry. Maddox says, "Hey Oscar, I just bought the membership on the Focal app. Would definitely recommend." Thank you, Maddox. Appreciate that. Do leave a rating in the App Store. 5 stars if you're enjoying it. Breaking news, Oscar loves FPL. Yeah, if anyone missed it, I said at the start of the stream, for the last time this season, we're doing a giveaway. Free membership on the Focal app for a month. So that lasts you all the way until basically the new year, which is like 6 or 7 game weeks. So if you want to take advantage, the link is in the description to do that. It's fpl.page/redeem/free. And that is free premium for a month. So as I say, at this time of year, that's the best time of the year to do that, because that'll take you all the way till, I don't know how many game weeks that is, about game week 19. So yeah, if you're interested, the link below is for that. You get all the premium widgets. You can customize your dashboard. You can change the theme, stuff like that. Make it your own. Whatever. You can move the layout around on desktop and PC. For FPL Focal in the App Store if you want to use that. You get access to articles every week. Like this is the predicted lineups. There's loads of stuff in here. Yeah, and loads of premium tools. So if you want to try it out for free, cancel straight away if you want. You still get the free month. But hopefully you like it enough to keep going. The busted flush says bench Enzo, Semenyo, Sarr or Mateta. Cheers, Focal. Enzo, Semenyo, Sarr, Mateta. I'd say Enzo out of those 4, given he's playing by far the best defence. It's close between Enzo and Mateta. Your app is the dog's bollocks. Love it. Thank you, C-Mac. The other thing I forgot to mention is 340,000 FPL managers use it. So it's trusted by a crazy number of the FPL community. So if you haven't got it already, then make sure you go install it. It's free. Start and die Renzo. And die. Has anyone ever told you could play Pennywise? Who is Pennywise? Let me Google that. No one's ever told me that. Wish I hadn't Googled that. Right, next question. Any leaks? I'll keep an eye. I'd say in about 10 minutes I'll have another look, Serba. I think we'll get something a bit nearer the deadline. I don't think we'll get it this early. They often just drop the leaks like a few minutes before the deadline. At the moment there's nothing, but I'll keep checking it. Anything we get, you guys will know. The only thing we've heard is an unconfirmed rumour that Pope might not start. Heike News says, "Hi Oscar, sell Mateta or Voltemada to get Thiago." I'd rather sell Mateta. Yeah. Tony says, bench Sarr or Mateta. I feel like you have to start the pen taker, but Sarr's minutes could be better than Mateta's this week. But I think selling Mateta when he's on pens is playing with fire. Sarr is so annoying. Like he's gonna, at some point, he's just gonna come up with a brace out of nowhere, and it could be a week where people have got rid of him or benched him. But I would rather start Mateta. Only Haaland's got a better XG this season. I do think he'll come off early. It could be like 60 or so minutes, but I'd start Mateta still. Free hit activated. No free hit for me. So let me actually make my transfer. So Rodon to Van den Berg. Got exact money for that. Confirm. And then Van den Berg goes here. Mukiele there. Who would you guys start? Mukiele or Enzo? I think that's quite close. But like Enzo, he should be on pens. I'm not sure if Palmer comes straight in the 11. His underlying data is really good, so I think I start Enzo, but Mukiele, it's close. Let me just quickly post my team as well. Gameweek 13, Rodon, Van den Berg, right, done. Posted. Transfer made. You'd rather start Mukiele? Oh god, I shouldn't make last minute decisions. Mukiele. Why is everyone saying Mukiele? Really? Mukiele over... Everyone's saying Mukiele. Would you really start Mukiele over Enzo? The problem is, either way, and I can't get away from it, is I've got attacker versus defender. I've got Semenyo versus Mukiele. I've got Enzo versus Raya. Alright, quick poll. I feel like more people are saying start Mukiele, but my instinct was to play Enzo. Like, if nothing else, just because the pens and like his good underlying data. Mukiele's got some clean sheet potential and he's good for Defcon, so I think it's 50-50. Richard says Enzo to Rogers, Doku, Minte or other. Can you afford Foden, Richard? Obviously it costs a bit more, like 1.3 million or something. If you can afford Foden, but it sounds like you might have to look at similar price. I'd rather Minte over Rogers or Doku. I mean, I'm actually inclined to keep Enzo. I know he'll be off pens, but I just think he's actually a great asset for what he costs. But if I was going to sell him for any of those, it'd be Minte. And I'm just trying to look past this Arsenal fixture. Like Leeds, I think that's fine. Bournemouth, I think that's fine. Everton, Newcastle could be tough. Villa could be, but Bournemouth after that, I don't know. If I was selling for anyone, it'd be Minte. Unless you can afford Foden, then I'd say Enzo to Foden is worth it. Dan says, thoughts on Martinez, Cash and Riley Collins on a free hit. Not sure if Minte's the call. So who did I have different to that on my draft? Was it Gakpo? My draft is really similar to yours. Martinez, Cash, Riley Collins. Yeah, so you've gone double Villa defence. I went Munoz, but I think double defence is alright on a free hit. Because the thing with the free hit is it's just a 1 week thing in isolation. So therefore, I suppose in a way you want to just target one fixture more if you can, like double defence or double attack. And I guess that's what a lot of people have done. Like people are on double attack, Haaland, Foden. People are on Thiago Shada. I think Minte's fine. I think that last spot is much of a muchness, and like when you're making a free transfer, you're looking at a 5-6 game week range or maybe longer. But when you're on a free hit, you're looking at 1 week in isolation, and in 1 week there's so much noise and randomness in one game of football that you can afford to just kind of go a little bit. I don't know what the figure of speech is, but you can kind of just take a chance on someone like a Minte, and there's not much in it between him and a Gakpo, for example. But this was the draft I came up with for anyone that's on a free hit with 0.3 million in the bank. So if you've got extra, you could upgrade Heaven to a better bench defender, I guess, but that's about it. I guess you go like Reinildo. Oops. I mean, those of you that are on a free hit, I mean, how many players have you got from this team? Yeah, no leaks at the moment. I'll keep checking. Nothing at the moment for those asking about City. You've got 8, 9, 8, 9, 4. Wow. 10, 10. You are my favourite FPL creator. Thanks a lot, Robert. Thank you. Appreciate that. It means a lot. 5, 8, 5, 13. You counting the bench, Jan? So that would be the free hit draft. This is my actual draft. If Haaland can show up, then I've got a chance of going toe-to-toe with the free hitters. I feel like I'm on a different chip strategy to a lot, which is a bit scary, but also it could be an opportunity if it comes off, the triple captain. Just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to use the free hit in my setup. To me, that team's alright this week. Enzo, obviously I'd rather have someone else. Saka, I guess I'd rather have someone else, but it's not bad. Do you think Reinders will start? Luke does predicted lineups for City, and he had him starting, but he said it could not be him. It could be Bernardo, but he had him predicted to start. Do you have the clean sheet odds? Clean sheet odds are here. Phantom says Marino or Saka on a free hit. Your vids are the best, bro. Marino or Saka? Well, Saka, yeah. I know Marino's playing striker, but I would rather have Saka if you can literally have either. Sub out Enzo for Foden. Yeah, I like Enzo to Foden this week. I think that's a good move. Semenyo in a wild card. I think I would, you know. I think I would keep him. Like we were just looking at then. About almost 1 million have sold Semenyo as well. So his ownership's dropping. And that's also an opportunity to go up the ranks if he does deliver. I wouldn't have Semenyo on a free hit, but I'd probably have him on the wild card still, yeah. JH says, same midfield and die, not Saka, 1.2 million transfer. What about Gakpo? Oh, sorry. Are you saying your normal team or you're on a free hit? Yeah, don't buy Gakpo. Don't know if I'd buy him not on a free hit. I don't think it's that bad to just leave and die in, you know. Who is there to go to though? Maybe Minte. If you've only got 1.2 million, it's limited options. I'd probably leave him. He's got a home fixture. We could see Pope dropped as well. That's the rumour. We'll have to see if it actually happens. I don't think it's bad to just keep and die, you know. I mean, you can't afford... Yeah, you can. You can afford Sharda, but the problem with Sharda is he's got Arsenal in Gameweek 14 and he's on 4 yellows. But if you like still had your wildcard, for example, then Sharda's the sort of player I'd be all over before a wildcard. Yeah, I'm still checking. There's no guarantee I'm going to get something, but nothing at the moment. If we do get anything, you guys will know straight away, and I'll put it in the bottom left corner where it says starts and benched. Ben says Senesi to Munoz this week. I'm on a triple captain. Yeah, I'd say it's a slight upgrade. Not a significant one, but it is an upgrade. I got a bit lucky with Senesi, you know. I ended up selling him for Munoz myself. I forget exactly which week, but I was a little bit worried about Bournemouth defence and not having anyone, but it's actually worked out. They've not kept the clean sheets, and Munoz has done really well since. And the fixtures are still fairly good for Palace. Man United home, Burnley away, Fulham away. Gameweek 16's a problem. It is a home game though. Leeds away. And he just plays every week. I was saying earlier, last season when they had the back-to-back doubles, he played 90 every game. So, yeah, I would say it's an upgrade for sure. Kvaz says bench 1 and die Reinders Semenyo. I just wouldn't... you have to just take the chance that Reinders doesn't start. If Reinders starts, then he's great, but you've got to play the minutes, and I wouldn't take the chance on Reinders in the context of what we know. Still no leaks. I'll keep refreshing. Fileri says start 2, Timbers, Richards, Xhaka and Enzo. I'd start Timber, and the last one between Xhaka and Enzo. Probably Xhaka. Start Timber and Xhaka. Enzo ahead of Richards on the bench. Gakpo or Szoboszlai in the free hit. I'd say Gakpo. Leaks or Cabbage? Leaks. Guehi or Van der Ven? This week, probably Van der Ven. Since they're home to Fulham, right? Reinders for Cherky? Probably wouldn't do that, no. Sarr or Enzo to start? Sarr. Foden to Bruno? No. O'Reilly or Nunez not on a free hit? As long as you're triple City one way or another, then it's alright. If I was on a free hit, my triple City would be O'Reilly, Foden and Haaland. But yeah, if you wanted to go like Doku, Foden, Haaland and just really back City to batter them, I think that's alright as well. Caicedo or Sarr from Sean's Gaming? Play Sarr. I'd start Sarr, yeah. If anyone's got last minute 50-50s on defenders, these are the clean sheet odds. Flanny in the chat says up the FPL. Bench 1 of Ndiaye, Mateta and Semenyo. Have to be Ndiaye, I suppose, against Newcastle. You missed the window above me. Oh, the good old days. I know. I don't miss that office, I can't lie. Well, it wasn't even an office. It was my bedroom. I'd roll out of bed and I'd land at my desk in my chair, and it was such a small little place that I lived in for many years. And then the summer, me and Miss Focal got a place together. Still no leaks. I'll keep looking, but not looking like we'll get anything. Is Semenyo playing? He was reportedly back in training this week. So I think he'll probably be alright. I think Iriola said something like, as long as he comes through training okay, then he'll be available to play. Expected a City leak kicking off the week. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to leaks this season. Like, we used to just get them so reliably from City. I don't know, maybe they plugged the leak. Good plumbing. Yeah, we used to get them from FPL Tony and FPL Main Road. And Lazy FPL, if not. Like, whenever City had the early kickoff, you just knew one of them was going to be posting it. Sometimes several of them, but nothing. Probably behind a paywall. Hopefully not, I don't know. If that's true, then I'm surprised that no one's leaking the leaks. Cheyenne says, start 2 of Enzo and Ndiaye and Rice. I'd say Ndiaye and Enzo. Start the pen takers. Still checking. So yeah, if anyone's joined last minute, my transfer was Rode onto Van den Berg. Triple captain is active on Haaland, and that's me done for transfers this week. 2 minutes till deadline. Final reminder to double check your bench, double check your captaincy. Every time I wrap up these streams, someone leaves a comment saying, no, I missed the deadline. I don't even know how to help those people. If you're not in the Focal Discord, actually, that's a good way to prevent it, because you get a notification when these streams are starting. So that's actually quite a good way to counter it. I'll put the link in the chat. There is about, I think it's about 13,000 FPL managers, so there's the link if you want to join, if you've got Discord. You do get a notification every time these streams start, so if nothing else, that's your fail-safe for deadlines. But yeah, there's loads of channels in there, there's lots of good FPL info. Gets a bit mental on match days during games in the live match channel, but that's it there. Doesn't look like we'll get any leaks, sorry guys. Good luck to all of you, chip active or not. 62% said start Enzo, so I've ended up doing what the poll said. Which chip did you have active? Wildcard, free hit. This will be a post-deadline poll. Triple captain. None. Good. Taking Latis says good luck Team Focal. Mr. Blood Redster says good luck everyone. Hustlin says good luck. Hustlin says good luck peeps. Good luck everyone from Dan. El Senior Lump, good luck everyone. Thank you everyone that's stuck around for the entire stream. Before you disappear, hit subscribe below. It's completely free. The other thing that's completely free is I'm losing my voice as well, good time to finish, is we're giving away free premium membership for the Focal app. Link below for that if you want to take advantage. You get an entire month and you can cancel it straight away if you want, and you're still getting a free month to take you till the end of December, which is like 6 game weeks. So yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, it's the last giveaway of the entire season, so don't miss it. Free premium, links below for that. HRH has just gifted 5 memberships as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, HRH. Thanks very much. Focal raid. Is there anyone live that we can raid? We can certainly have a look. Of course we'll have a look. Let's have a look. FPL live. I don't know if there is anyone. Maybe not this week. Oh, what's this? No. This one? No. Not this week. No raids, but that's alright. Too many raids spoil the broth, as they say. Good luck everyone this game week. I won't stick around, but I hope you'll smash it this game week. And yeah, if you've got a chip active, good luck. Good luck. If you don't have a chip active, good luck as well. It's going to be a busy FPL schedule. We've got non-stop FPL today, tomorrow. Monday's off, but obviously there'll be 2 videos coming from me on Monday. Tuesday's another deadline. We've got games on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then Saturday, Sunday. So it's non-stop footy, which is what we love. So enjoy that. Loads of FPL content to come. Good luck this game week, as I say. I'll stop rambling now. That's it from me. Focal out.